When we talk about powerful countries, we usually think about three things: money, military, technology. But there is one factor that quietly supports all three: the oceans. Not beaches, not tourism, not fishing, but control over sea routes. If you look carefully at history, the countries shaping the world had strong sea power. And today, that pattern has not changed. If you understand oceans, you understand global power. Earlier, we discussed how geography shapes strong nations. Mountain protects borders. Rivers help cities grow. Resources build factories, but oceans do something different. Oceans allow countries to move beyond their borders. Land gives protection, sea gives expansion. If a country has no strong sea access, its influence usually stays limited. If it has strong sea access, it can reach the world. That difference matters. Why trade depends on oceans? Let's talk about trade. Almost 90% of the world trade moves by ship. Think about daily life. Fuel for cars, cooking oil, smartphones, clothes, wheat, cars. Most of these goods travel by sea at some point. If shipping stops, stores feel it in weeks. Fuel prices rise fast. Food prices follow. Stock markets react. So protecting sea routes is not just military work. It is economic protection. The United States keep a strong navy not only for war but to protect trade lanes across the world. That creates trust in global markets. Trust creates stability. Stability creates influence. Sea routes and choke points explained in detail. Now, here is something important. Oceans are huge, but ships don't move randomly. They follow fixed routes, and many of these routes pass through narrow areas. These are choke points. For example, the Strait of Hormuz. A large amount of global oil passes through this narrow waterway. This is why tension between the United States and Iran are watched closely. If that route is disturbed, oil prices can rise within days. Another example is Suez Canal. When a ship blocked it in 2021, global trade slowed. It was a single ship. That was just one accident. Major conflict, if you imagine, you will see how powerful sea routes are. Control of these narrow water means influence over global supply. One more example in detail. Let's look deeper into history. The British Empire was an island nation. It was not the largest by land, but it built the strongest navy of its time. It controlled sea routes to Asia, Africa, and America. It protected its ships. It attacked enemy ships. Because of that, it became a global empire. Later, after World War II, the United States took leadership at sea. It built aircrafts, carriers, and naval bases across oceans that allow it to support alliance, protected trade, and respond quickly to crises. Sea power gave it global reach. China sea focused, explain in a simple way. Now look at today. The China depend heavily on imported energies and exported goods. Most of that moves by sea. So it is building more ships. It is strengthening its position in South China Sea. It is investing in ports in other countries. Why? Because if your economy depends on sea trade, you must protect it. Strong sea access reduces risk. Reduced risk supports growth. Growth supports global ambition. This is long-term thinking. Russia and sea access. Now compare with Russia. It has large land territory, but fewer warm water ports. Access to open oceans has always been important for it. If your port freezes in winter or are limited, trade becomes harder. That limits flexibility. Land power can protect borders, but sea power allows movement and creates influence. Indian Ocean and future power. The Indian Ocean is becoming more important each year. Energy from the Middle East passes through it. Trade between Europe and Asia passes through it. Countries are building naval bases nearby. They are making port deals. They are forming sea partnerships because the future of trade flows through these waters. If you secure these routes, you protect your economy. And if you protect your economy, you protect your future. Sea power in modern strategy. Today, wars are not always fought with tanks. First, they are fought with pressure, sanctions, naval patrols, trade restriction. If a country cannot import fuel, its factories close down. If it cannot export goods, jobs are lost. Sea controls allow countries to apply pressure without direct war. That is strategic influence. Quiet but powerful. The core message. Let's simplify everything. Land gives security. Sea gives opportunity. Trade creates wealth. Sea routes protect trade. Protected trade builds strong economics. Strong economies build countries. That chain is very important. You can have a big army, you can have strong borders, but without safe sea routes, global influence becomes limited. If you want a deeper breakdown of sea routes, important choke points, and how naval power shaped history step by step, I have written a detailed explanation on my blog. You can check that for extended reading after this video. Link is mentioned in the description. Oceans connect the world. They carry goods. They carry energy. They carry influence. And in the modern world, power does not just sit on land. It moves across water. Subscribe to DNW by Karuna for simple and clear global analysis.